Welcome back to another show, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is Sports and Stuff with Connor and Brice. I'm Brice. He's Connor. Connor, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just woke up like 2 hours ago.
Oh, okay. Late night. I assume, right?
Yeah,
What'd you do, my man?
I went to my friend's house to beat him in Madden. Then
Mm.
we head out to the movie theater. It was packed for Fantastic Four. Great movie. I would recommend it. We watched that
Oh,
around like 9:30, but then with previews and everything, it didn't start till 10. Um, and then we waited for the post credit scene because you always got to see a Marvel post credit scene. If
sure.
if you're a true Marvel fan, you'll wait it out.
Yeah.
We only saw like maybe four people left. Everyone else stayed. Then afterwards, we just head out to Applebee's because if anyone doesn't know this, after 10 o'clock, half off wings. So we just did that.
Oh, okay. Half off wings, everybody. Remember that. All right.
Yeah,
So that's
after
good to
ten
know.
o'clock.
After 10 o'clock, you saw Fantastic Four. Good news, my friend. I saw it as well. I actually just got back from the theater from seeing it. I saw the 11 o'clock showing this morning. And yeah, like you said, the previews are really long. There had to be like 20, 30 minutes worth of previews in there. So I got back, uh, did the final setup on my side here. So I definitely want to get into that. I'm glad that you saw it. I'm glad that I saw it. We will certainly get into that. But this is sports and stuff with Connor and Brice. So let's talk a little. What do we want here? Pigskin, a little football here.
Say it again.
We got a little football coming up here.
Hmm.
So training camp is underway. Regular season. I can't believe this is like 30 some odd days away, man. You excited?
Yeah, finally. Every Sunday's boring.
I hear you, man. Once the Super Bowl comes, it's like, what am I gonna do with my Sundays?
Yeah,
But yeah,
usually it's like Monday, Friday, you got work or school. Saturday's the day you usually hang out, and then Sunday you just stay in.
oh yeah, Sunday, rain or shine, I'm inside, locked on the TV, waiting for the game to kick off. So with that said, last week we talked about the Cowboys. Let's just run through the NFC East and finish up really quick. We don't have to go in depth as far as scheduling and all that stuff because I do want to talk about something special, specifically requested of us by a mutual friend that we work with. Our man Vinny, he's a big Buffalo Bills fan, so I wanted to dive into them a little bit. But first, let's just wrap up the NFC real quick. The remaining two teams, we got the Commanders and the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. So with the Commanders, I know they're looking to take that next step. They got Jaden Daniels in the sophomore season here. I do not expect a sophomore slump. I think we talked about it last week. Commanders signed Von Miller. I am looking for them to continue to progress. They made the Final Four last year. Kind of amazing. But when you have a quarterback like Jane Daniels, that's to kind of be expected here, showing what he's shown. What do you think about the Commanders season?
Commanders, well, also you got to think about Terry McLaurin. Like, are they actually gonna sign him? Like, if their move was just to trade for Debo, not to sign Terry, just to trade Terry, that was a bad move on their part because Terry McLaurin's a way better receiver than Debo in my opinion.
Okay, and all right, you think that I don't know specifically. I just know from watching Debo a lot on the 49ers, he's kind of that Swiss Army knife guy, multi-tool. You can put him outside, put him inside in the slot. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. But maybe not like a true receiver in its truest form of the definition of the word or the position. But we'll see. Hopefully they can keep Terry and make their offense that much more formidable. But we'll see. I think that to be honest with you, I think that they will definitely make the playoffs. We'll just have to see. I don't think it's going to be as NFC East champs though. that's going to go back to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles are looking to just continue the ride off the Super Bowl. I know that they put the season behind them based on a Jalen Hurts press conference that I heard a couple of days ago. They were asking him, "Oh, why aren't you wearing your Super Bowl ring?" He said, "We put that behind us." He put it away. He's already on to 2026. So when you have an attitude like that and a mindset like that coming from your quarterback, that can only filter down to the team and let them know that they're ready for business and to start their quest to repeat as the 2026 champs. So I'll already go ahead and just give the NFC East to the Eagles. And in my opinion, that would leave the Cowboys and the Commanders here, kind of looking for a wild card spot. Unfortunately for your Giants, I think that just leaves them on the outside looking in, if I'm to be perfectly honest with you. What do you think?
Well, that's mean. Um, but didn't we say Giants and Cowboys will both go 9-8?
We did. We did both say that they were both going 9-8.
So who would take the spot?
It would come down to, well, if they're tied, it goes to what their record against other teams. I forget how it exactly plays out, but unless by some miracle and you have all the teams in the division making the playoffs, I know I was listening to other outlets and stuff saying that could be the case for the NFC North, which I don't really truly believe. I don't think the Bears are going to make the playoffs, but by some miracle, if the NFC East all did make the playoffs, that would be really exciting.
Yeah, no, it's possible, but very hard.
Yes, for sure, for sure. So, do you agree? Do you think the Eagles take the division though?
I don't know, because historically though, there's never since I think 2001, there's never been back-to-back division winners.
Okay, so
So I
that'd
don't
be
know. Will Eagles break the curse or will Washington take it? It's hard to say.
right,
It all really, for
right.
me, depends on will Washington pay Terry or not.
Okay, okay. Certainly a valid point there, and we'll just have to see. Like I said, start of the season is coming up soon here. Can't wait to get it kicked off and see how these things, all these scenarios actually play out. So, with that being said, that's it for the NFC East. Let's talk a little Buffalo Bills for our friend Vinny. AFC East team here, Buffalo Bills. We know their story. We know their history. They got the great quarterback, Josh Allen, probably my second favorite quarterback behind Patrick Mahomes. But Josh Allen is just having a hard time getting it done. Every time the Bills go to the playoffs here, they seem to run into the Chiefs or the Ravens, more so the Chiefs, and they just can't seem to get over that hump. What do you think their chances are this year, as far as representing the AFC in the
Oh,
Super Bowl?
okay. The Bills never have problems with the Ravens. They always beat the Ravens in the playoffs. They're 2-0 in the playoffs against the Ravens, if you remember. It's mainly only the Chiefs and the Bengals at one time. And the Bengals, I remember in the snow. It's mainly the Chiefs though. All they gotta do is beat the Chiefs and they'll make it. Unless they run with the Bengals, I don't know. But the Bengals defense is horrible, so I really don't expect them to do much with that display of defense. So it's really just the Chiefs. It's just the Chiefs they got to worry about. You beat the Chiefs, you make the Super Bowl, and then they lose in the Super Bowl and continue the curse.
Okay, okay.
I
I
guess my
got you.
Giants.
I got you. A valid point. Yeah, because me being a little bit older than you. Let's not say how much older, but I definitely remember those were some of my earlier memories of football was in the 90s and the Bills making those four straight Super Bowls and losing four straight Super Bowls. So there's a lot of heartbreak up in Buffalo. I know they would love to get over the hump, but they just got to get past the Kansas City Chiefs, like you said. Now, I'm just looking here. I did not know this. We did mention before that the Bills lost Von Miller. Washington signed him. Joey Buck is a Bill now?
Yeah, you didn't know? Oh, yeah, that's a way better accusation. Von Miller is getting up there in age. He's kind of washed up, in my opinion. Joey Bosa, he plays a lot better. He's younger for one. He's 29. That's a 7 year difference right there.
Yeah.
He's still a really good pass rusher. Like Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, come on, like you know by the Bosa name, that's a good just by the Bosa last name, you should know that's a good edge rusher.
Yeah, those Bosa boys definitely come from good stock here. I've always admired Joey Bosa from afar when he was playing in San Diego. So that I agree with you. That is definitely certainly a good replacement for the loss of Von Miller, if not an improvement, given their age, like you said, 7 years younger than Von, definitely in the midst of his prime. So we'll see if he can look to bolster that Bills defense, which they're definitely going to have to bring when it comes time to play Kansas City in the playoffs because I know the season hasn't even kicked off yet, but just projecting a little bit, I definitely think the Bills and the Chiefs are going to meet again
Oh
for
boy.
the right to represent the AFC. Now, of course, the Ravens will have something to say about that, I believe, and we can't forget about the Bengals. As long as they get Trey signed, they could be in the mix as well. But like I said, I'm a big fan of Josh Allen, almost as much as I am Patrick Mahomes. Got a cannon for an arm. He's a big guy. He can run, improvise. Definitely your prototypical quarterback here, able to manage the offense very well, and just looking to get over that hump of KC. So we will definitely watch that with close eyes here. So with that, anything else on that front? Anything else you heard about in the sports world, football,
Like the Bills wise or anything football wise?
anything, Bills, or the league in general?
Oh, okay. I'll go with the Bills then the league. So the Bills have made, I know, three other accusations. Some wide receiver moves, which could be good, could be bad. They got Elijah Moore and Josh Palmer, but they lost one of their receivers to the Patriots. I forgot his name. You may know his name. Does I cannot. I just know he was a pretty good receiver. I don't know if these two receivers will
Oh,
be
you're
as
talking
good.
about Stephon,
No, not Stephon. It's some other receiver. Stephon,
another one.
they lost to the Texans at first.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did make a quick stop in Houston. That's right. He did play in Houston there. He got hurt in
Yeah.
Houston, so he'll be looking to come back from his ACL injury. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to see here.
Yes.
I
So and
just
then they signed Tre'Davious White. If you didn't know,
okay. I did hear something about that. So you think that's going to be a good acquisition?
I feel like he's more there for depth, in my opinion, than he's going to be there for like a CB1. I don't know.
Okay,
Because I know they have Rashud Douglas, and I think he's still the CB1.
sure. Okay, okay.
Maybe White will be the second CB. I don't know. I got to see their roster again.
Yeah, for sure. But either way, we know that they are expecting big things from themselves. I'm expecting big things from them as well, up until they get to either the AFC championship game. And I want the Chiefs to win that, or if they make the Super Bowl against my Cowboys, then we can have a repeat of that. What is it? I forget, 93 or 94 game when the Cowboys beat them in the Super Bowl. Other than that, if they make the Super Bowl and they play any other NFC team, they can go ahead and win it. I'd be really happy for all the fans up in Buffalo and for our man Vinny as well, because I know that they have suffered a lot of heartbreak, and the city of Buffalo would just be ecstatic to finally get that Super Bowl victory. So we'll see, we'll see. So what do you got? Any other news and notes across the league?
Oh yeah, Tyrann Matthew has officially retired at 34.
Oh yes, yes, the Honey Badger. So happy for him. I followed him all the way since he was at LSU. Very happy for him and his career. Um, Not quite sure if he's a Hall of Famer. He might be more a Hall of Very Good.
If he stayed on the Chiefs, he could have been a Hall of Famer, but then he went to the New Orleans Saints. So that, yeah,
Yeah. Now was he was on one of those Chiefs teams that won a Super Bowl, right?
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You kidding yourself? The Saints?
No, no, no. He was on one of the Chiefs teams that won the Super Bowl, right? I believe he was.
2020, I think,
Yeah.
when they played the Niners the first game. Yeah, yeah, it was that one.
So so I'm happy for him again. Followed him since his LSU days. Glad he got a Super Bowl ring. I always like to see guys that I like to follow win Super Bowls, especially when they perform at a high level. So definitely happy for Tyrann Matthew. Congratulations to him on a great career, and hopefully we'll get to see him maybe in some type of sportscasting or some type of public forum because he's got a lot of personality. So I like the old honey badger.
And
So
then
good for him. Good for him. So with that, that's the sports stuff of the sports and stuff with Connor and Bryce. Let's get on to the and stuff part. Fantastic Four. All right. So your first impressions. Let's try and keep it spoiler free. It just came out yesterday, the 25th. You got to see it opening night. I was a little jealous. I got to see it this morning though, so it's still quite fresh in my head, as I'm sure it is yours. What were your overall first impressions of the Fantastic Four?
well, I really liked how they portrayed Galactus. That's not much of a spoiler because, like, you guys saw from the trailers, you knew what he looked like, you
Yes.
knew he was gonna be talking, so that's not much of a spoiler. I liked how they portrayed him. Like, his voice was terrifying. It was so good how they did it. Um, the way they showed his mask was good. The plot point was nice. How they tried to defeat him was a good part. Like, so that part was nice. The comedy wasn't so bad. They could have done a little better. The action scenes were fine. Like, it wasn't so bad. It was mainly like a whole family type movie because, well, it's the Fantastic Four, so what do you really expect? Um, and of course, you got to see the post credit scene to understand more because Fantastic Four relates the most to the whole into Doom movie. Because if you guys know from the Fantastic Four back then, Doom was related to Fantastic Four, so you'll know more about the whole thing. Um,
Right.
and that's really much it. I would recommend it. I gave it like a 9 out of 10. I feel like they could have done with more screen time for Silver Surfer. I feel like they could have gave her a little bit more, but she just
Okay.
still has somewhat good screen time.
Okay. Okay. I can certainly agree with all those points. With it still being fresh in my mind, I'm gonna just start off and give it a score of 9 out of 10 as well. Very, very, very good movie. When I just got home, my stepmom asked me, "Oh, how was the movie?" And I said, "Marvel has returned to form." That's what I said. The last few movies that we, as we sure as Marvel fans know, haven't been the greatest or up to par. I don't think there's been a mega hit since Infinity War Endgame. Um, Maybe some people like Spider-Man No Way Home, but like I said, I think it was a return to form for Marvel. 9 out of 10 on this one for Fantastic Four. For me, like you, love the way they portrayed Galactus, the size and the scale that they showed him in the movie was awesome. The actor who played him, I believe his name is Ralph Ineson. Perfect casting because his voice, he's got that type of voice. That is his voice. I don't know if you knew that in real life. He's got this real deep, like villainous type of voice. I know him because he was on Game of Thrones, one of my favorite TV shows. That's his real voice. They didn't have to like tweak it or tune it or anything. That's just how he talks. Really scary voice. They portrayed him well. Love the family dynamic and message that they had in the movie, not just between the four themselves, but between the four and New York City, who they were protecting for 4 years at that point. Because we jump into the movie and they're already 4 years removed from having gone into that initial space journey, getting the cosmic radiation, and gaining their powers. So they were already on the job, well known for 4 years. The city loves them. They had their little son, which that's not a spoiler alert, 'cause that's in the trailer. Franklin Richards, who I don't know if you know this, but in the comics, Franklin Richards, their son, is a mega level mutant. He's a reality warper, and even in the comics, he even at one point he defeats Galactus himself and kind of reverses the role. You know how Galactus had the Silver Surfer, Scala Ball, as his herald. Franklin Richards turns the tables in the comics and kind of does the same thing to Galactus. He basically punks Galactus, at least in the comics. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna follow that storyline. Like you mentioned, I know that Doctor Doom, he's a very probably the main antagonist, the main villain against the Fantastic Four through their comics, through the book. So definitely looking forward to what they do with him in the future in Doomsday. We all know Doomsday is coming. Uh, there was a little Easter egg in a UN scene. I don't know if you remember when they were doing the back there the Future Foundation. That's what it was. The Future Foundation had all the countries represented. There was a little hint to Doctor Doom and his country of origin, Latveria. Don't want to get too spoilery with it, but it was kind of a blink and you'll miss it type thing. But yeah, I love the story overall. Love the CGI was great. Um, Johnny Storm was great. Mr. Fantastic, how they made Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. The stretchy animations were good. The Thing, his animation, his CGI was good. I know they did a lot of practical stuff with him. Basically, he had a suit, and then mostly it was like his head that was CGI, and that worked really well. Johnny Storm, Invisible Woman, her powers were awesome. So just a great overall story. I loved in the first act when the Fantastic Four they first have to confront Galactus for the first time. So they go to seek him out, and obviously you know how that goes. Don't want to get too spoilery with that, but the way that ended, that was a great scene. I can definitely agree with you. They could use a little bit more of the female Silver Surfer there. Scala Ball is her name in the movie. A little bit more of her backstory. Her backstory is fleshed out a tad, but we'll definitely love to have seen her more, and maybe there will be more. This is Fantastic Four first steps, right? So I mean, there's so many like layers to this first step subtitle, right? You got the baby Franklin Richards, and babies taking their first steps. You got this movie as a whole taking the first step into what we believe is going to be the ultimate conflict with Avengers Doomsday. And I can't wait for that. Really excited. Directors did a great job. I love 1960s Manhattan and New York City, the way they did that there. It was Earth Universe 828, which is the alternate, not the main Marvel timeline, which is Earth 616, as we know. But they're gonna have to blend all this stuff together, and I think they're gonna do that based on the Avengers Doomsday. Because if you follow the comics, that's kind of how things play out in the comics. So it's gonna be really exciting. Like you said, the end credit scenes kind of give us an intro to a couple things and kind of give us some Easter eggs as to how they're going to blend all these worlds together. Earth 828, the Fantastic Four universe. Earth 616, the main universe that we know, Avengers, Spider Man, Black Panther, all those guys. And then Earth 10005, which is the basically the X-Men universe, where we had the end credit scene with what's her name? Not Miss Marvel, but the one who winds up with Beast at the end there. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to blend those three universes together, and I think they're definitely gonna execute that well with the Avengers Doomsday, which is being directed by the Russo brothers, who did Infinity War and Endgame. So if anybody knows how to do a big cast mashup of movies, it's definitely the Russo brothers. Loved Endgame, loved Infinity War. There's going to be so many characters in Doomsday if you think about it. You have all the Marvel, you have the X-Men are coming home, Fantastic Four. So it's going to be really great to see everybody together. Think so?
Yeah, I cannot wait for Doomsday, even though it's like not coming out until December of 2026 now.
Yeah, that's right. It was supposed to be summer of 2026, but now December of 2026, which I'm okay with. Of course, I don't want to wait. I'm anxious, but to me, if they want to take the time, let them take the time. I can only assume that they want to take the time to get it right. So I'm hoping for a fantastic, no pun intended, product to be coming out December 2026. So yeah, that's definitely my thoughts. My thoughts on it there. I agree with you. 9 out of 10. What do you think about Mole Man and Subterranea?
Not really much, to be honest. They did with Mole Man. Like, I know that actor from Cobra Kai, if you know that show.
Yeah,
Um, but they really didn't do much with Mole Man. Like, I I wasn't really there to know much about him. Like, I like the underground city thing they did so about it, but it's not. I can't really say much because I don't
yeah,
really know.
yeah. I'm not super duper familiar with Mole Man myself. But I think for what he was in the movie and how his character served a plot point, it was good. It was good. Definitely good. And
Hmm.
I love the way that they had the retro futuristic New York City there with all the way that the buildings looked and the way that the cars looked and everything. That was pretty cool to see. Someone at Disney has got to get that as a ride or something in Disneyland in Disney World ASAP. Either a ride or a whole section. They could have it the retro future world of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I forgot about that part, the futuristic look. I like that a lot. And of course, it has to be in New York. So,
Yeah, New York is always in trouble in the Marvel universe.
oh yeah, honestly.
So that was definitely fun. I'm not sure. I guess that's it for the Marvel movies for this year because we had Thunderbolts and now the Fantastic Four. I know Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel, said that they want to slow down on pumping out movies and TV shows. So I think that's it for this year. So we basically have Doomsday to look forward to next year, and I think the next Spider-Man is coming out next year too.
Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out next summer.
Yeah, brand new day because they have to keep as part of the deal. I don't know if you know this between Sony and Marvel. As soon as because you know how they collaborate, Sony and Marvel, on the Spider-Man movies. As soon as they release a movie, they have is it 2 years? It's either 2 years or 4 years to release another one. Otherwise, the rights go back to Marvel completely. So I know that they're already working on that one, and I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I'm excited to see that. I heard of some other Marvel movies in the work. The X-Men, they're going to be coming home soon. I know that. I'm pretty sure I heard that Ryan Reynolds is writing the next Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I myself am waiting for Blade. They keep delaying it. Kind of disappointing. Mahershala Ali has been attached to it as Blade for I'm pretty sure like 4 years now, and still nothing as far as production scheduling or the start of shooting or anything like that. But I'm kind of patiently waiting. I heard that there was a script that was kind of delivered, but it was very similar to, from what I understand, the movie Sinners. I saw Sinners. It was great. It was a period piece. Takes place in 1932 in Mississippi. And from what I heard, that was supposed to be very, very similar, if not what Blade was going to be about. Kind of in the past, a period piece, and I believe in the South, which would have been really cool. And then I heard that there was also something maybe they might do something like a Blade in like the 1920s, New York City, Harlem specifically. That could be cool as well. But I'm just excited for Blade. I'm excited for the whole supernatural aspect of Marvel to get underway here. Because I'm not. Did you see the Marvel short? Was it Werewolf by Night?
Nah, I haven't seen that, but I know where Marvel's going after. They said after the whole Doomsday Secret Wars, they're gonna go into the mutant phase.
Yes, the mutant saga will begin. Absolutely. And I hope that they can kind of incorporate the supernatural saga into that as well, because we have the TV show Moon Knight. I love that show. I love Moon Knight. We have Werewolf by Night, which is a great show as well. I can't wait for them to get Ghost Rider into the MCU. I love Ghost Rider. So that's gonna be fun. A lot of fun. Just gotta stay patient and wait, I guess. But I'm tired of waiting.
Yeah, but the Loki show is a show you gotta watch.
Yes, admittedly, I have not seen Loki. I heard rave reviews about it, season one and season two. Of course, with Kang being the main antagonist of that, Kang, aka Nathaniel Richards, a very, 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 very far down the line descendant of one Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four. So that's very interesting. And they're going to. I will definitely check that out. I heard that maybe a lot of the technology in the TVA could be inspired by Reed Richards and his inventions thousands and millennia later to his great grandson, Nathaniel Richards, which would be really cool. But I'm excited for the future here. Again, Fantastic Four first steps in the right direction for Marvel returning to form. I think Franklin Richards is going to play a huge role in the future of the MCU if you follow the comics in any kind of way. Like I said, he's an omega level mutant. Basically, he's a reality warper. Can do anything he really wants, basically. So I think he's gonna have a huge role to play in the next coming years here in the MCU.
And if anyone of you didn't know, they announced that Reed Richards will lead the Avengers in Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And there might be something here which I hope they do. The Council of Reeds. This is where Reed Richards kind of goes across different dimensions and sees all the alternate dimension versions of himself. We already know that there's another Reed Richards out there with John Krasinski and the other Reed Richards who was in the first Fantastic Four when they were done by Fox. The first two with him and like Jessica Alba and the one with Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan. So there are at least two other Reed Richards out there that we know of. So to see them all together in this Council of Reed, that'd be really cool to see all of them on the screen at the same time. It's gonna be a reset here, I know, coming with the MCU, with the mutants being introduced, and I hope they can get like Venom into there as well, and all that side of things. Again, you know, the supernatural stuff too. Um, Blade, Moon Knight. So I think exciting times for Marvel are coming.
Yeah, like Venom, they confirmed they're not making any more movies, but in the post
Right.
credits scene, there's not really spoiling for this. Oh, they showed the cockroach. So my question is like, how are they gonna bring him back exactly?
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Hopefully Marvel and then Sony can work out a similar deal to the way they have with Spider-Man to really get Venom folded into the fabric of the MCU here because he's too good. He's too good a villain.
I feel like what they're gonna do is have him connect with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and he's gonna fight Doctor Doom.
I hope so. I hope so. That would be awesome. They could certainly use him. It's gonna have to be all hands on deck when it comes to Doctor Doom, especially if it follows the comics in any way, and he kind of grows into that role of God Emperor Doom and becomes even more powerful. We're gonna need everybody.
Yeah, like I feel like the main point of Doomsday is gonna be him trying to create his own reality.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you follow or have read the Doomsday comic, which they had as an Easter egg in Deadpool and Wolverine, that's basically what he does. He pulls all these worlds together out of all these different realities and creates battle worlds and basically has every character fight each other. So I hope that they kind of follow those narrative lines. Doom creates a battle world and we just have like all out brawls.
That's actually gonna happen because they confirmed like X-Men will be battling the Avengers somehow,
Yes.
and that's gonna be cool because like a fight I feel like they gotta do is Wolverine versus Hulk, even though they haven't confirmed either character yet. I feel like they gotta have Wolverine and Deadpool in the movie, and have Wolverine versus Not the science Hulk, the real Hulk from like another alternate reality, the angry Hulk.
Angry Hulk, World War Hulk, right?
Yeah, if
Now
those
that's
two fought,
cool.
that would be a great fight. Cause like I remember those two fought in alternate reality in Deadpool and Wolverine, and if you could have that like in the Doomsday movie, that'd be just perfect.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And a fight that I would like to see, especially given having just seen the Thing here, I want to see the Thing and the Hulk fight. The
Oh
big
yeah,
two
that's another
brutes,
good one.
the two strong guys, just going at it, tearing down a whole city, knocking all kinds of stuff over, and just going mano y mano, see who's stronger. I got my hat in for the Hulk. I think the Hulk would win that fight.
And then they're saying like one really big character is gonna go against Doom. It's in my opinion either Magneto or somehow we're gonna see the Void because they confirmed that from the Thunderbolts that character is gonna be in it. So I feel like they're gonna have to
Sentry.
draw out the Void.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. I love that idea. The Void. There's so many ways you could go with it. You could have Sentry, who is basically Marvel's equivalent to Superman. Don't forget Jean Grey. If she gets her Phoenix powers, she could easily confront Doom, right? If Jean Grey becomes the Phoenix, that would be formidable. But like you said, I'm looking forward to that giant clash, kind of like in Endgame at the end, where you had the Avengers versus Thanos' side. You're gonna have Avengers on one side, X-Men on the other. There's some giant conflict, and then I think they resolve it and see who the true enemy is, being Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I could see it like that. Like, I just don't know where Fantastic Four is gonna be in all of this because they said like it's gonna be majorly X-Men versus the Avengers. So I don't know where they're gonna have the Fantastic Four in all of this.
Yeah, I think the Fantastic Four are going to kind of be the link between the two, if you will, because I read some article or heard something that they're going to have. I'm pretty sure Nightcrawler is going to fight Mr. Fantastic. Like that's like already been written, and like that's definitely going to be a plot point. So I think that the Fantastic Four are going to hop in between the various dimensions, Earth 616, 10005. So that's how you get the Fantastic Four meeting the X-Men first in 1005. And then they hop over to Earth 616 where the Avengers are and everything. And just more mayhem ensues after that. Again, everybody in one pot together, if you will. And then they all kind of lay their differences down, see Doctor Doom as the enemy, and get that resolved. And this is why I think that Franklin Richards is going to play such a big role in the future here, because with Franklin Richards being an Omega level mutant, having these reality warping powers, I think he's going to have the power to basically fix or undo, if you will, in a way, everything that Doom is going to do.
Yeah, I could see all that to be honest.
But I think that's still a little ways down the line here. We got Franklin Richards. We still have to get his sister. I hope she comes along too, Valeria Richards. So that means Reed Richards and Sue Storm have another baby, baby Valeria, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yep, pretty much.
Cool, cool. All right, my man. Well, I think that's kind of all my notes from the movie itself. Anything else before we wrap it up here?
Not much. That's we said everything to be honest.
All right. Cool, cool. Well, once again, great talking to you, rapping with you here. This is our third show. We're doing really well. I'm happy that we're doing this. I'm happy, of course, to have you here doing this with me. Thank everyone for tuning in. Again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we are certainly appreciative of it and glad that you stopped by. Thanks again. Again, I'm Brice. He's Connor. We're out. We'll see you on the next one, all right, my man?
All right. See ya.
All right, take care. See y'all later.
See ya.